One of the first considerations you should have with a vehicle you're planning to take off-road is a good set of tires. It's definitely one of the things I would put on your short list of making sure that you have a good, durable, appropriate all-terrain. The tires that came on the 4Runner stock, I have no idea why Toyota did this, but they put a set of Bridgestone Dueler HT. It was a highway all-season tire. There's a whole slew of options when it comes to selecting tires. So one of the first things that you need to decide is what category of tire fits your lifestyle. For us, the all-terrain tire fits the bill perfect. It has good on-road manners as well as good off-road prowess. You can go with a highway all-season tire that's going to be maybe a little bit better on the road, but you're going to sacrifice the off-road worthiness with that. You can also go with a mud terrain tire that's going to be built for off-road, but for most of us, we're going to spend 90 to 95% of our time on the pavement. So the all-terrain style of tire really fits the bill for best of both worlds. Another consideration for us is price. The General, as well as Cooper Tires, is known for this as well as a great value tire. Right now it kind of falls middle of the spectrum price-wise. It's actually gone up a bit in price, as has everything else. Currently about $218 when I was shopping for new tires for the General Grabber ATX in the P-Metric 265/70/17 stock size tire. BFG KO2s, as a point of reference, are going to be close to $300, and the Discount Tire house brand, you're looking to pay at least $115, $130 and up for some kind of budget knockoff all-terrain tires. One of the ways that you can compare tires is by reviewing the Uniform Tire Quality Grade Rating, or the UTQG rating. This is a standard that allows you to compare, or consumers to compare, different tires by a uniform standard. It's represented by a tread wear rating, a traction rating, and a temperature rating. And we can see that on the tire here. This only applies to P-Metric passenger rated tires and not to light truck tires. So the tread wear, the higher number the better, and generally I've found that tread wear rating has a very direct correlation to the manufacturer's warranty rating. So something in a 500 series is generally going to have a 50,000 mile tread wear warranty. The Generals have a 640 tread wear warranty, and it comes with a 60,000 mile warranty. Something in the 720 range is likely to have a 70,000 mile manufacturer's tread wear warranty. The higher the number, the longer the life of the tire that you can expect. Traction rating is an indication. They're rated AA, A, B, or C. Most traction tires in the all-terrain category that's a name brand reputable tire are all going to be in that A rating category. And then the temperature rating is rated ABC. The Generals are rated with a B temperature rating. How well does the tire disperse heat? Another important consideration with us, we live in Colorado, so we do a lot of driving in the winter. We don't run dedicated snow tires, so something I'm always looking for in a replacement tire is, does it have the 3-peak mountain snowflake rating? A lot more tires are starting to come out with this. What this is an indication that this tire is going to perform better in snowy winter conditions. So from a baseline standard, this tire is going to perform at least 10% better than a typical mud and snow rated tire. There's a lot of tires out there that have the 3-peak mountain snowflake rating, so there's really no reason to not buy a tire with the 3-peak mountain snowflake if you're looking for a good winter rated tire it's a good indication that it's going to be a good performing tire in the winter. Another thing that you want to look for, especially in a winter tire, but this will also help in wet traction, is siping. So all these little cuts that you see throughout the tread will help your winter performance. It'll help add grip to the tire. It's all these more contact surfaces that are going to grab that snow, going to grab that ice. For wet traction, it's going to help with that as well. So when shopping for a tire that you plan to use all season, definitely look for that siping. The more zigzag, the better. We're not seeing a lot of that in this particular tire, but that'll just help. Many more biting edges will just help traction immensely. Another thing that's always been high on my list when shopping for tires is the weight. For perspective, the stock Bridgestone tires weigh 39 pounds each, so trying to get something that's in a similar weight range will be less detrimental to gas mileage, power loss, that kind of thing. The Generals here weigh 44 pounds, so about 10% higher than stock. It's something to be aware of when shopping, especially if you're looking at a light truck tire. Some of those can be 50, even close to 60 pounds. That's more mass that you're going to have to move every time you accelerate. It's also going to result in power loss. Having to move that big tire, it's going to be a direct correlation to gas mileage as well. If you're having to move that big heavy mass every time you leave a stoplight or any kind of stop, it's just going to be detrimental to gas mileage. It's another reason I like staying with the passenger rated tire like the vehicle was designed for. So to me, I can accept a 10% additional weight versus stock for a durable tire. On the flip side, you don't want to go with something that's too lightweight. I would never select anything that's less than the stock weight, because weight is also going to be an indication of durability. It's the reason the light truck tires do weigh so much. It's because they do have that 10 ply rating, and it is going to be a much more durable tire at the expense of some of those other things. Other tips that I would have for you if you're considering or you're in the market for buying new tires: never pay full price for tires. Manufacturers are always running rebate sales a couple times a year. You can get $80, $100 off a set of 4 tires. Also considering the installer that you're looking to purchase. I know I've always had great luck with Discount Tire, great service, great pricing. They're fast. They're all over the country. If you ever have any kind of warranty issue or you need somebody to rebalance a tire, Discount Tire is always taking good care of me. And they commonly have holiday sales around Black Friday, Christmas, 4th of July, Memorial Day, the major holidays. They seem to always run a tire sale, and I really try and time my tire purchases around that. I've always stuck with a stock size tire, and I've always been happy with that. I've never seen the need for going with a larger diameter tire. The 265/70/17 is roughly a 31.5 by 10.5 inch wide tire. It's always been adequate for us. It also allows us to run the stock spare. I still have a stock spare on here, so it's one less tire to buy when upgrading. It will also help you save some of that power and some of that fuel mileage versus going with a larger tire. Another consideration with going with a larger tire than stock is you might find yourself with some warranty implications of doing that. If you were to break an axle or a differential, drive shaft, any drivetrain component, you might find some objection from Toyota not wanting to honor your warranty. So I've definitely always made a point to stick with a stock size tire while we're under the factory warranty as well. Another important consideration for us, and this is going to be a pretty hotly debated topic, is switching to a light truck tire. A lot of people say that switching to a light truck tire, especially a load range E 10 ply format, is an absolute necessity for any tires that you're going to take off-road. I've never used a light truck tire. We've got 146 6,000 miles on the 4Runner. We put 100,000 miles on our Xterra before this. We've always run P-metric tires, and they have always proven durable enough for us. So we run lots of trails. Most trails throughout Colorado. We've done trails in Ouray, we've done Engineer Pass, we've done Cinnamon Pass, we've been over Imogene Pass numerous times. We've done four-wheeling in Utah, and I just flat out haven't found any need or reason to have to run a light truck tire. Light truck tires are going to cost more money, they're going to be higher weight, they're going to be rougher riding because of that stiff 10-ply sidewall, and there's just a host of reasons that, in my opinion, most people that have a dual-purpose vehicle don't necessarily need that load range E tire rating. I've been happy sticking with the P-metric version. You'll also get a better mileage warranty out of it. Now, if you're spending half your time off-road, you wheel in maybe Arizona where there's a lot of sharp rocks, you might consider that, but in my experience, it's just wholly unnecessary to run a light truck tire, and you're going to suffer for it in that daily driver capacity where we spend 90 to 95% of our time. I don't know exactly how much time we have off-road, but definitely thousands of miles that we've put off-road. Whenever we do go off-road, we air down to about 20 psi. That seems to be a good sweet spot where that tire can deform and deflect around obstacles well. It'll allow your sidewall to flex around obstacles. It'll also give you a smoother ride. It'll save your suspension components. So there's really not a time where we go off-road and we don't air down. Another tip I would have for you is use that manufacturer's tread wear warranty. The ATX has that 60,000 mile warranty. My last set of ATX tires, we ran down to 330 seconds, only got 54,000 miles out of them. So we did get a credit towards purchasing new tires. Ended up being probably $80 or $100 off by taking advantage of that tread wear warranty. Also, I mentioned it earlier, but sticking with the stock size tires will be cheaper than upgrading to like a 285 70 or 75 series, especially light truck tires. You might pay a 30-40% premium to go with a light truck tire. So those are a few ways that you can save. Also, sticking with stock size tire, you don't have to replace that spare.